What's up? Welcome back. This is another 40 for 40. This is where I turned 40 this year and I started opening up my heart and my soul to you guys on my channel. So that's why you click subscribe, so you can get all my favorite films. So not necessarily all my favorite films, but these were designed to be my 40 favorite films that all have audio description. Unfortunately, every time I review something on Peacock, it likely does not have audio description, but I feel like I have to keep talking about Peacock. And how they don't have audio description. So this one does. It's on Disney Plus, and it's Home Alone. And yeah, I love this. I debated about whether or not to talk about this film outside of Christmas. I kind of want to do like a favorite Christmas films list, but to be honest, Home Alone is such a comfort film to me. It's the film that I watch every year at Christmas. I mean, I've seen this film. I think I've seen this film at least over 20 times because of that. I mean, this is the film that I always pop in at Christmas, and ever since I've been a kid and I've been able to kind of make my own life choices, I would say, I think I started watching this every year. And then plus the times, maybe a couple years I didn't watch it, made up for the fact of the times I did watch it as a kid. So I think I've seen this film probably near the top of my films. Like if God came down and told me these are the 10 films you've seen the most, I think Home Alone would be on that list. Wouldn't be surprised. Like if somebody up there was keeping track and was like, statistically, we know you didn't keep track, but we did. These are the top 10. I think Home Alone's on that list. I love the really childish wonder of leaving Kevin McAllister home. It's silly. And then there's the Wet Bandits and Daniel Stern and Joe Pesci and the weird guy that they think like murdered his family and like turned them into ashes, and he salts the road with the ash. It's so morbid, and this is a kid's film, and I love it. It's great. And Buzz is such a douche, and he's looking at like a nudie magazine at one point, and you're like, man, this is a family film. Like, what's going on here? What is happening? So yeah, it's got a great cast. Catherine O'Hara, John Hurd, both great actors. I don't think John Hurd needed a better agent. I don't know what happened to John Hurd's career, but my God, we did not do him right. Something happened with John Hurd. I don't know. But I was considering when I was looking at who I was going to do top 5 for, I was looking through John Hurd's career, and I was like, he did a lot of films, but oh my God, what are these? I've never even heard of half of these films. So yeah, he just started saying yes to everything, and eventually he was in like Sharknado. He's much better than that. Go watch Big. He's good in Big. He's good at playing the morally questionable guy. Like, is he bad or is he just a douche? We don't really know. But here he's great at playing a dad. So, I mean, he showed that he could also believably be a nice guy. Believable and funny and all that stuff. Then we got John Candy. Like, I feel like there's so many people that come along now, because we got a lot of kids coming up that are starting YouTube channels that don't understand the pleasure of John Candy. Even me, I only kind of do, because I watched his films as a kid. You know, I grew up with like Uncle Buck, The Great Outdoors, stuff like that. I didn't necessarily watch his adult films, like his more, I didn't see Planes, Trains, and Automobiles as a kid. And then by the time, you know, I ended up watching his, honestly, the last couple of films he made were kind of crappy. I don't think Canadian Bacon and Wagons East are really his best. I don't think that's his best work. So, but I think he is a treasure, and I think he is a cinematic treasure. And it's great to see him in this film as the Polka King. Obviously, it's weird to see people who ended up being stars later on in life in really small roles. Like, we've got Kieran Culkin, Succession's Kieran Culkin. Macaulay got his brother in the film. And we also have Hope Davis. By the way, she's at the the checkout counter. When they're going in there, they're trying to get the tickets. Hope Davis is up there at the ticket counter. And, you know, she's been in a bunch of things this year, including, like, Your Honor. Her star status definitely rose from being random checkout girl. So, yeah, it's a film that I love. It's written by John Hughes, directed by Chris Columbus. There's so much to love here. The score, I have it literally, I change to the Home Alone theme for Christmas time. Like, if you call me during Christmas, it's Home Alone is what plays on my phone. I'm wearing a Home Alone t-shirt. I know that a lot of blind people subscribe to me, and they're not going to pick up on that. I'm wearing a t-shirt with the Wet Bandits on it. Everything came together. There's no way I couldn't make a 40 for 40 without talking about Home Alone. I actually also really love Home Alone 2, by the way, so I could almost do this as a twofer, but I didn't rewatch both. I just wanted to talk about Home Alone. And then maybe around Christmas time, I'll talk about Home Alone 2. Those are the only two Home Alones we need to talk about. That's it. We don't need to talk about anything else. Nothing else exists. Especially that last Disney Plus film. Just they could remove that from the that I do not usually support things being removed from services. I am fully in support of them removing that last Home Alone movie from Disney Plus. Yes, it can be deleted. Just totally from existence. And I think the world would be better for it. So, yeah, I love it. Audio description. It's good. The thing is, Home Alone is one of those films for me that I can see in my mind. I could literally be playing, like right now as I'm talking, I'm playing scenes from Home Alone. I know exactly how they look like. I know, you know, the eating the pizza. I know the spilling of the soda. I know, I can picture the scene when he's going up to the attic and he's talking to his mom, and they have a little fight, and he says the thing, and he's like, I wish, you know, he makes the wish, and she's like, I think you'd be very sad. It's like, and then it ends up becoming true, and he thinks that he wakes up the next morning, he wishes. I remember the shaving scene. I mean, there's so many things that visually I actually remember. It's so hard to hold the audio description to the standard in my mind, but I feel like it does a good job. It's so tough for me on this one because my expectation is so high, because there's so many little things throughout the film that you have to make sure that you grasp, and understand the little tricks to all the traps and all the things that he has set. And I think it does a decent job. But anyway, check it out on Disney Plus. I think you'll enjoy it no matter what. There used to be a video game. I played that too on Nintendo, the Home Alone video game. I'm nerding out all over Home Alone, and you weren't expecting that, but yes, I share this. This is, actually, I think this might be my favorite Christmas movie. I'm sorry to all the diehard fans out there, or Christmas Vacation, Christmas Story, Wonderful Life. I think this one's actually my favorite Christmas movie. So, anyway, I'm going to give Home Alone an A+. Just like every other 40 for 40, I'm going to give Home Alone an A+. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I do have a website, macthemovieguy.com. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at macthemovieguy. You can go to the audio description project, adp.acb.org. It'll let you know what is audio description, where you can watch it. And you can go to the ADNA.org. That's the ADNA.org. It'll let you know who's narrating or working on the audio description for your favorite films and television series. That's it for me today. I will review something else for you guys and see you on the other side.